Hello. Right, we.
Hey, we know what we're doing.
Of course we know what
No
we're doing.
idea.
Apparently, we are live now. We went live, but we weren't live. We were live with each other.
Yep.
But we weren't actually broadcasting it to anybody. But now, I think we're live.
Okay.
But whether we're live or not, I don't know. We might not be live. I hope we're live. But it's not really showing that we're live again. Oh yeah, it says live.
Privacy is public. Monetization is off.
Yes.
We're
live.
Current viewers, I can see one.
That was me.
Really?
That was me.
All right. So here we are. Yeah, just thought we'd give this a go. See if anybody joins us, and try and work out as we go along how it all works. So if you do join, say hello when you join.
Yeah, you can say hello. So why are we doing this? So we've been doing our Friday shows, every other week. Sometimes we put in a bit more effort some weeks, sometimes we don't. We always do spin the wheel and stuff like that. But we thought, well, why not try something a bit different this time? We'll go live. We'll talk about some topics that have been happening recently. So we're going to have a little chat about Wimbledon, the old tennis.
Flavour of the month at the moment over here in the UK.
Yeah.
Every June, July,
So we'll just chat. We'll just have a little chat for 20 minutes or so. If you're live, let us know. Excuse me, come in. Yeah, I know that I can't cut anything out because we are live. We'll just do a chat, and then at least you can watch it later, and you can see that what we're talking about is relevant anyway. So it's just quite topical information.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right, where should we start then?
Well, I'm going to start with Wimbledon because we started chatting about it, and then that's what gave us the idea to go live. So this morning I woke up to the news that Nick Kyrgios has been given a bye through to the semi-finals.
To the final.
To the final, sorry, because Rafa Nadal has pulled out injured, and the feedback there is, should he go live? Should he go straight through? Because then he would have played a game less than the winner of the other semi-final, or should it have gone to the person that lost against Nadal to be given a bye through to the semi-final and play Kyrgios? Now, this young man Kyrgios, I mean, I think we're going to show a clip of him. He's Australian. He's a bit of a character. He's a bit of a live wire. He's quite controversial. He's sort of taken on the sort of the McEnroe role, chucking his toys out the pram every time things go wrong. He's a bit gamesmanship. He can get in the face of the other players. So I don't know what you've got linked up here.
Well, I've got day 10s. This was Nick and I think it was Rafa. It might not have been Rafa. Let's play. No. I think it might be both of them actually just getting into the final. All right.
All right. Okay. Big old thing, Wimbledon over here.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is Nick's quarter-final that he won.
And the Kyrgios show.
Fair play.
For the first
The Kyrgios show, yeah.
Moves
Best
into
time
a
ever.
Grand Slam semi-final.
I don't even want to think about the semi-finals just yet. There's a lot to be done from now and then. So I don't know. We'll just go back. My dad will cook us dinner as always, and then we'll just eat it and watch a movie and just chill out.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, Becca.
Hey, Victoria Beckham's looking different, isn't she? She's done something to her hair. So something else that Kyrgios upset the people with was when he came out for that, he was wearing a Jordan Airs, red boots, and a red cap. And in Wimbledon, everything's got to be white. And do you know why that is? I mean, it's one of the only tournaments where they still insist on all the players wearing all white.
I did know. I've heard it before, but I can't recall it. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
So the tradition dates back to the late Victorian era of the 1870s. And it was supposed to help reduce the visibility of sweat because back in those days, everything had to be proper and it was improper to sweat. So white attire was requested for the players.
I see, right, okay.
And again, this year, I think it's come up, being controversial again. Some players, female players, saying that wearing white sort of interferes with their ladies' times of the months and things like that. Andre Agassi famously withdrew, boycotted Wimbledon from 1988 to 1990 because of the dress code. Roger Federer, he once caused a frenzy by wearing shoes with orange soles. Heaven forbid. So it's a big old thing, this Wimbledon.
Yeah, true. But there are traditions, unfortunately, across all sorts of sport. Good. Cricket is the same with the one-day internationals. They, you have the 2020 where they dress up as colourful as they could possibly be,
and the pajamas,
in the colours of their country.
Yeah.
Whereas Test match cricket, everyone's white.
Yeah.
That's just it. It's just how it's always been, and cricket's.
I think
white.
it does look smart with the whites on. When you watch some of the other tennis shows or tennis matches, and they got all different colours going on. It's a bit, I don't know, distracting, I think, sometimes. Whereas if everybody's in white, you know exactly what's going on, and so Kyrgios through to the final, is that right? And then you said, so Rafa. You got him lined up here to see who was he playing?
He was playing an American guy, Taylor somebody.
Right.
What was his name? Can't remember. We'll see in a sec.
Okay. Ooh, some.
Whoa.
Oh, nice shot.
Wow. It was a great game to watch.
Yeah.
I watched this one.
The Grand Slam dream 2022 is still alive for Rafa Nadal.
Taylor.
No idea how he's done that.
What a lot.
Before he chats, he had a long injury break to do with his abdomen. Abdomen, sorry.
That's the one.
And it's all strapped up, so I'm not sure if he's pulled muscles there or whether it's another problem that he's had. But he had to serve a different way. His trainer come out and he said, every time he served, he was just pulling it, making it worse. So he had to serve another way. And I think his dad called for him to pull out at that point. His dad said to him, just leave it, because you're just going to do yourself more damage. But Rafa being Rafa was just like, no, I'm gonna do it. And what a hard match. I mean, the other guy, such a great player, and it come down to that tie break right at the end. And I think experience, pressure, just won it for him. He come up with some amazing shots. I can't remember the guy's name. Taylor somebody. Are we going to look him up, or shall I look him up?
I'll do that. So, like you say, what's your view on what we started? Because I see we've actually got some people that have joined. So, what's your view on what's going on here? Nadal pulling out.
Well, for me, Nadal. It's a shame that he's had to pull out, but for me, Kyrgios or whatever his name is, he shouldn't be going straight through to the final. He should be playing, in my opinion, the guy that Rafa beat, which was
beating that one,
this Taylor guy. He should be promoted to the semi-final. It shouldn't be Kyrgios being promoted to the final, because he's fresh as a daisy. It doesn't seem fair. And this guy worked so hard at Wimbledon, and technically, Rafa was almost going to pull out anyway of that match, which would have seen Taylor go through. So I'm a bit disappointed to hear that he won't have the opportunity to go to the semi-final. I think it is unfair.
Yeah, I think you're right. So anything else? What else has been going on? So
we haven't finished yet.
At the moments I was thinking maybe I will not be able to finish the match, but I don't know, the court, the energy is something else. So thanks for that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
he had such support from the Wimbledon crowd. He really did. We've also got Norrie here, so he's a British player.
I know. Who would have thought?
Getting to a semi-final.
I know. All the talk before it all kicked off was about Emma, Radicao, and that didn't go to plan, did it?
No.
So, I mean, we haven't really
We
had
a bit of a joke, didn't we? I think we both sort of forgot Wimbledon was on right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then when we looked at like Andy Murray, Emma Raducanu, all the ones we sort of knew, it was like out, Serena's out, Raducanu's
Yes.
out. I was like, oh,
That's right. Yeah, what's going on?
yeah. And I started sort of watching Wimbledon a little bit late, but they all went out in such early rounds that we sort of missed it, and I was a bit disappointed before it even started watching it. But yeah, Norrie. Again, I watched definitely. I watched the end of his game in his quarterfinal. And again, it was just that the crowd. They make such a difference at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
You really do. You know, really got behind him, and he works so hard. I mean, he's fit as a fiddle. You know, he really is. You know, apparently his fitness regime is would kill some. Apparently, that's how serious he takes his fitness regime, and it pays off. You know, when you're on you're in the fifth set. Yeah, you know, it really does pay off, fitness wise. But yeah, I've got a little bit of the clip here of
okay. Nice passing shot, line shot.
That's it, yeah, it doesn't always go your way, does it?
No. Goffin.
There it is, this dream carries on for Cam Norrie, who's taken the long road back in this match, and it leads now to a Wimbledon semi-final.
Brilliant.
And let's
And then you
enjoy this
saw Kate and
moment
William there.
and the acclaim of
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
were there.
They came through, didn't they, to watch that? I think. So is it? I mean, what is it before? It was Henman Hill. Is it going to be Norrie's Mound now, or something like that?
Well, they've had Murray's Mount, haven't you? Henman Hill.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they've called it. Norrie's Naut. Now there is some sort of lump.
All right.
that begins with an N.
Right.
Which they decided to call it.
That's a bit where people can sit and watch the big screens. And over the years, when it was Tim Henman and Andy Murray's Mound,
That was
they just sit there and watch it.
There it is.
Yeah,
a big hill that they all can go and sit on. Yeah. All good bit of fun. All right, well, there you go. I don't know if anyone's out there. Is anyone watching?
I don't know. I don't think so. We got concurrent viewers. We got two likes. So we got 2 concurrent viewers. So I don't know who's out there. But if you are out there, come and say hello. So
yeah, say hello. Whatever.
What else are we doing? We're just going to be chatting about things that are going on. So we went live during the week about Boris resigning.
We did, yeah. We had a chat yesterday, didn't we, about Boris going. I checked the old news here. Now, the old Spanish Ball Festival has returned, so that's quite interesting because I know that was, through COVID that you're not allowed to mention.
Okay.
Obviously was put off, but it's got revelry and protests, so it's a bit of a.
Again, it's obviously controversial with the animal distress and that kind of thing, but then you've also got the people that. It's part of the history. So okay, let's see what's going on.
Yeah, this
is the old Pamplona Bull Running, is it?
That's the one,
Pamplona?
yeah.
Pamplona, yeah.
I mean, look at the amount of people that just cram themselves in.
Of course, no chance of catching anything these days either, is there?
No, absolutely no.
No,
everyone's vaccinated.
Look
not
at
a chance.
That. Wow.
It's cancelled 2020-21. Yeah.
Bulls chase the runner.
Look how many people.
What could possibly go wrong being chased by a live bull? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a protest. Activist gathers.
Hardtack and beans.
I'm not quite sure they're all in dinosaur
H&B's out there. Well, they couldn't get any bull ones, mate. They were sold out.
No, but why not get a cow? Why not get a cow outfit? Why a dinosaur? Do you know what I mean? There's so many other animals.
Brilliant. I mean, yeah. So again, that's something that, you know, where do we stand on things like that? I mean, we've got, you know, we had the sort of, we did the reaction to bull riding, didn't we, over in American bull riding rodeo, and we got mixed views on that as well. You know, saying that the you know, the bulls were being injured, and then people saying, you know, they're not, and they're more looked after than the riders. I mean, again, in this thing here, you know, the bulls are let loose, and if you get trampled over, it's your own fault for taking part. But an interesting one. So again, not for us to give our thoughts, just putting it out there. I've got one for you.
It does say on the right, 5 hurt at the Pamplona Bull Run.
That was in 2014.
Oh, there you go. So always pays attention to look at the screen.
Brilliant.
Can't cut it out because I am live.
Let's protect the Tyrannosaurus, says Hardtack and Beans on the chat there.
All right.
Yeah. So he's joined us on the chat.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
So what's he missed? So we've talked about why they still wear white at Wimbledon.
Yeah, we just had a chat about Wimbledon. You can always watch us back. You know, we're just going live, so you got interaction with it. But I mean, it's
just for a bit of fun. See how it all works, really.
Yeah, see how it works.
Pia's joined us. What else is going on? This is something that I picked up. So I saw today, this is a band that we've done a few times. We've done a few of their covers. Metallica are riding high with Master of Puppets because it's been featured on Stranger Things. And I know you like watching that.
Yes. So Series 2, I think I'm on at the moment.
Yeah, so in Stranger Things, the 4th season, Master of Puppets is pops up on there.
Okay.
Oh, greetings to Kay Barbie from Central Illinois. Hello out there, Pia.
Hello.
Hardtack and Beans is going to watch this later. So this is off the back of Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill, wasn't it? Which was featured on Stranger Things.
And she's made a lot of money.
£2.3 million, they reckon she's made. She's been at number 1.
Wow.
$2.3 million, £1.9 million in streaming revenue. Because, you know, of the just being featured on that show. And
it's a good show. You haven't watched it, have you?
Haven't got into that one. No, I'm still on my
It's a funny
House.
Yeah, it's a funny old show because you sort of, I wasn't sure what to think of it at the beginning because my daughter really wanted us to get into it. And we started watching it. And there's a few explicits in there, so I was a bit like, not so sure. But actually, as the show goes, it's sort of like, it's cleverly done, it's cleverly written, and it does appeal to anyone. I think anybody could have a punt at that. It's not all just about sci-fi and stuff, and it's, you know, it's about kids. It reminded me of like the Goonies, you know, the Goonies,
that's sort of,
but on a real modern line, and it's got like the storyline, it's cleverly written, and the songs, I mean I love it. It's like all 80s.
I know it's all 80s stuff. Yeah, so, I mean I do enjoy the 80s. As I say,
Series 1 is started to film in like 84 or something like that, and then it sort of goes on from there, but
comes up through. Some people that, you know, have seen some of our comments or reactions will know that I started off binge watching Justified, which I thought was brilliant. If you've never seen it, that's a good one. I then did Elementary, mate. That's very good. A new take on sort of Sherlock Holmes. And then I've been doing House. 8 seasons of that. I think I'm in the last season now. So yeah, I've been doing some serious Amazon Prime watching. But I probably will dip into this because, like I say, it seems to be sort of catching people's imagination.
No, it's good. It seems to be good so far. And like I said, I haven't seen all of them. I keep dipping in and out. It's always on in the living room. There's always something going on in there. So yeah, I'm in and out of there, sort of doing that. Talking of like stuff like that, I was going to bring up Mr. Rowan Atkinson.
Oh yeah,
because I was flicking through on Facebook, as you do when you've got nothing. Well, not when you got nothing to do. There's always something to do, but you do. You just
when you got a bit of a downtime. Yeah.
And it come up and it said Mr. Bean. I've got it here.
Right.
Mr. Bean. I'll just chuck him over here. That without going full screen. 130 million followers. Right?
Yep.
130 million. And, you know, when you listen to Rowan Atkinson talk, obviously Mr. Bean appeals to a global audience because there's not much dialogue that actually comes out of his mouth. It's all visual, comedy.
Yep.
And I was really surprised to see him here because he's clearly been asked to dress up, blow the party popper, for thank you for 130 million followers. But this is coming from a guy that doesn't do interviews.
No.
Right? Or he doesn't do social media, and this is why. Okay.
The social media just not
keeping up with it,
sort of
right?
unrelaxing. It feels like an unrelaxing thing, so I don't do it.
Did you ever feel that you would be like this cool to so many generations? Like, you're huge.
I'm huge. No, not really. I suppose you don't, you just...
You can never take him serious, though, is it?
You're setting off and you're finding your comic feat that you just want to have fun. That, I suppose, is what drives you. And you think, I suppose with Mr. Bean in particular, because he's a largely silent character, that there's no doubt that he
look at the face on it.
Yeah.
His facial expressions are so fantastic. But 130 million followers. I just couldn't believe it because that is a huge number. That's double the population of the United Kingdom completely right there.
Right, yeah.
Just following him, and he's such a fantastic person.
Pierre likes Benny Hill. That's going back some now.
Oh, Benny.
On the chat. So Hardtack and Beat says,
Benny Hill's class.
Adores,
yeah.
But Benny Hill, half of his shows now wouldn't even get past, wouldn't get shown, would they? There's some controversial.
There is around the women.
A lot of scantily clad ladies there in bikinis and not much else. But you sort of. Most people know Rowan Atkinson for his Mr. Bean, but he started off at 9 on Not the 9 O'Clock News with Mel and Mel Griffiths-Jones and Pamela Anderson, who went on to marry Billy Connolly. And then he popped up in the Blackadders.
Oh yeah, he's fantastic.
Blackadder, and Blackadder, he was completely different again, wasn't he? Then you had Mr. Bean. Then you had his Johnny English movies. They were quite funny as well. So he's done well for himself. Just again, as you mentioned, that you were going to pick something up. What was the bit I found here? He upset somebody the other day because he had a birthday party for his partner or his wife, and he set off some. He set off fireworks and everything. So it was a wild 40th birthday he threw for his partner. 40. I think he's a bit older than 40. I'm not going to go into that. But he threw a lavish bash for his partner Louise Ford at the Lucknow Park Hotel on Saturday with live music and fireworks. And apparently the residents complained. One of the ones said that their two of those dogs got panicked by the noise, by Mr. Bean's shindig.
Mr. Bean's shindig. Well, whatever. I know he's got something on Netflix now, isn't he? It's called The Bee or something. Is it The Bee? He goes. I know. Yeah, he's on. It's brand new, and he basically goes in. I haven't watched it yet, but I'd like to watch it. He's like a house sitter.
Okay. No,
so they go on holiday, and it's a really posh, modern house. He comes in to house sit, and this bee comes in, CGI bee. I saw an interview with him, and he said the CGI in the bee is the best thing he's ever worked on.
Right.
So basically, this bee's basically just nim off ultimately. Okay. And he ends up doing things around the house. It's a Beanie style type thing, but it's not. Right. And he works a lot with Richard Curtis. I remember I did meet Richard Curtis once at Heathrow in one of the lounges there, when we were flying off somebody, and because I saw him and I thought, oh, it's Richard Curtis. It's like, oh, legend. Blackadder, Vicar of Dibley's written. I didn't say what to say to him. Love you, Richard. Yeah, great.
Oh, the old classic, yeah.
The old classic.
Love you too.
Yeah, brilliant. So fun.
Okay, so talking CGI, this I saw this pop up in the news this week. So what's going on with UK cinemas at the moment? Have you heard that one? UK cinemas are banning.
Banning what? Popcorn?
They're banning kids going to screenings of Gru, the Rise of Gru.
Oh, Groot from Minions.
Yes, because they're all there's this thing going on TikTok where they all go as gentlemen. No, they all go dressed in suits.
Right.
Screenings of the Minions.
Right.
But because they're sort of taking over the cinemas and sort of reacting wildly and throwing stuff around and throwing bananas at the screen and so on, they're not allowed to go to screenings now.
They're lucky to smuggle bananas in, to be perfectly honest.
But this is something. And also, what do you make of the Buzz Lightyear thing where they didn't use Tim Allen's voice?
I know. I did see Tom Hanks said he was shocked when he heard that. I can't remember his exact quote.
Chris Evans. Yeah, Chris Evans, the actor Chris Evans, is voicing.
Yes,
Lightyear,
he's
Buzz.
doing it. Yeah. Well, I mean, to not be asked, I think is a very wrong. You know, at the end of the day, it's so meaningful for so many people. Toy Story, you know, and when you have franchises like that, you know, one after the other, we all like to hear the same sound. We want to hear the voices of the characters, you know, because it's not just a normal movie part; it's a voice of a character, which means a lot to a lot of people that, you know, grew up with Toy Story. So to have, you know, Buzz not having the same to infinity and beyond. I mean, it'll sound like it, and I'm sure it'll have a different take, but it won't be Tim Allen.
No, I mean that's what we all know and love, isn't it? That voice. So yeah, interesting. So those are a couple of things that I saw coming out. What else has been going on? A one-of-a-kind Bob Dylan record in a bespoke walnut and white oak cabinet sold at auction for 1.2 million. The song was "Blowing in the Wind." I mean, that's an expensive record to buy. Not sure about that one. Not even one of his. Well, "Blowing in the Wind." I mean, it's.
No, I don't really know too much about that one, to be perfectly honest with you. All right, well, they're only really the stories that we've had. If you've missed any and you've joined us late, by the way, you know, it's a bit like a Friday show, just Friday live, a bit of interaction going on the side here, which is great. So thanks for joining us to those guys. And then we, you know, anyone who hasn't, you know, can rewatch it later, and then you know, happy days, isn't it? Really, we'll go live again in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so I've just seen that they're sort of mentioning some stand-up stuff. I mean, we've got some comedy coming out soon again from if you've enjoyed our comedy stuff. What else have we got coming out? We've got some sport reactions. We got our Amira Billy Gargan coming out with our artist spotlight of July. So hopefully you guys are joining in with those.
Yeah, we got some US stuff that we're trying to sort of work out. I mean, couldn't believe the size of the US. We're like, really? Is it that big? Having not been, so yeah, we got some stuff around that as well, haven't we? There's some don'ts of the US, which we've recorded to come out. Yeah, some new. We've done some Bengali stuff, haven't we? We
that was interesting.
What was it? Arijit Singh we did not long ago. We've got a female coming out next week as well for that. It's just all over the place as we always have been. Really, I'm just looking forward to enjoy my afternoon. The sun is out right now.
It is, yeah.
It's very warm.
We're supposed to be in the middle of a sort of a British heat wave, aren't we? Supposed to be here till next week.
Fingers crossed, a bit of warmth. Although
usually that lasts an afternoon.
We all want the warmth, and then it comes, and then it goes. It doesn't just stay at 24. It's like 30. So we go from like nothing to 30, and then we're all sweating And we're all like, oh, get rid of the water. No air conditioning, by the way. No aircon in the UK.
That's the problem
in
here.
the shops, at home, no. You're just sweating in your bed at night, which is pretty minging. But there you go.
I'm just trying to catch up to some comments here. So to H&B's comment about the quizzes, we really did this last minute today, so we haven't really thought of a format for this kind of thing. Whether we continue with some quizzes and questions and get people to join in live, we could give that a go as we go along. Where's Boris? Poor bloke. But apparently he's not in a party. He never was in a party. He doesn't like parties, and he's never been to one. So take out of that what you want.
No.
We always say we want the good weather, but we don't have aircon like BP1 says. So we have it for a day, and then we're sort of going, wish it would rain because I can't get to sleep because it's too hot. So you can never please us over here.
No, you can't. No, unfortunately not.
No
when it's cold, it's cold. No quiz. No, it literally was the last minute. We were going to do the Friday show, and we thought, should we do? And then we thought, oh. No,
the thing is, we put quite a lot of effort into doing all that, and then we're getting no views on it. So,
but we've never gone live before. In fact, we didn't even know. I pressed start streaming, and it said you can't stream.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so we had to set up quite a few things to actually, and then we mucked it up. We went live, but we didn't actually go live. We went live with each other. Didn't actually go public. So this is at least we know what buttons we got to press this time to actually bother going live.
Yeah, I mean, whether we can do any reactions to live stuff, I mean, it might not be music, but we might be able to find some stuff that we can react to live.
We might actually be completely off air after this, because that's the problem, isn't it? So much stuff, honestly.
EnderOllie in the house.
In the
house. One and only.
Hey, Helen, nice to see you. I mean, the thing is, we do so much recording, and then once you've recorded it, you then edit it, then you upload it, and you just get smashed with copyright on every single thing we do, don't we? And then so it's hit and miss, really, what we can get through. So to doing it live, the stuff that we just put up, bit of Wimbledon, who knows if we get smashed afterwards with copyright, or whether we just get a strike. Who knows?
Whether it gets taken down. So again, I mean, this, as I say, this is all just a test for us. I mean, we're quite impressed that actually we got people that have actually joined and watched it. So we have got no idea what we're doing here. We just thought we'd chuck out a few controversial bits and pieces that we found. I mean, this other thing that's going on, these Stop Oil protesters that all went into the UK galleries and glued themselves to masterpieces. That's
shouldn't
been going
laugh.
On. I know, shouldn't laugh. But I mean, so they covered over John Constable's masterpiece, The Haywain, and showed the double yellow lines on that one. That was quite I mean, at least they got a sense of humour.
Fun.
So there you go. We may put some more context in this, see how it goes, if anybody bothers watching it, if anybody enjoys this sort of thing. Who's that? Using us as a YouTube format guinea pig. Indeed, we are.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're just seeing who's about on a Friday afternoon, because we are finished work early today, so we thought, well, we'll go live. Why not? Yeah. Sometimes, obviously, we would record the show and then chuck it out 4 or 5 p.m. UK time. But,
so this is when we would normally be recording it. Then we'd have to edit it, mess it all about, upload it, chuck it out for sort of 4, schedule it for 4 or 5 o'clock, and
we got Vardruna. Vardruna's coming out today. We have got Vardruna coming out. That's coming out at 5.
How many have you been watching?
Nobody watches it.
Vardruna. Well, you went up. You got 450.
I got up especially early this morning. It was about 6:30 this morning. The sun was out, and I thought, right, I'm going to record it. Because a little, some of them are pre-recorded. I try and get a good list before record, but on the Friday I always want to make sure that I'm as live as I can possibly be on the Friday, because obviously lots of comments have come in. What are you doing?
Well, this came in on.
And is that an ice cream? Oh, you're taking the seriously.
It came in
live
off screen there, so I can't leave it any longer because it'll just melt. But
that's shocking.
I'm melting. What? You've gone to the
I've done it. I've done it twice, but you know this is live, and he's getting it all around his mouth. Seriously,
I'm right in there, mate.
I haven't even had my lunch properly yet. See, I've got a what have I got? I've got a chicken, bacon, and Caesar wrap here.
All right, nice one. Wardruna, yeah. EnderOllie like Wardruna. I think she was.
Oh,
a bit,
they are good. Yeah, they're brilliant. I mean, today's is a really good way to finish the week as well.
Okay.
You know, it chilled me out this morning. So I enjoy Wardruna. I have enjoyed them. I've even got a Spotify playlist actually of all the stuff we've done this week. Because there's situations where you just sort of go, I just want to chill out, bang, and just whack it on there. But.
And again, you know, that is something that we probably would never have come across without doing this channel. And I mean, we keep going on about it, but really, you know, if you have followed us for a few years now, I think Hardtack and Beans, I know you have because you changed the name to somebody else.
We've only been going 1 year and
a bit,
6 months ish, yeah.
Ish. You know, you would not have entertained anything like that, would you, previously?
No.
I mean, you were sort of pretty much, you know, Brit
if it wasn't 80s or Britpop, I was not really interested. I've got to be,
No.
you know, really honest. That's why I did the channel. I was like, well, I need to start, you know,
broadening, you know.
Yeah, I mean, on the radio, you hear loads of different songs, but it's like the Eagles we've done, you know, Hotel California. Yeah, I know. I've never seen the guys on there actually performing it. So, you know, we've done that. We've recorded another Eagles one because it's
that'll be coming out soon.
Popular on the channel. You know, we see in the background, obviously, some of our videos that we've released months before become quite popular, and that has come popular. So, you know, we've moved on. That's a big one, BP1. What, is there a mirror? Is there a mirror in here or something?
She's on about your flipping sandwich. Give it a rest, mate. Calm down.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. No, it is quite. I've eaten half. Yeah, half's gone. So, you know, at least I can eat the other half. You had me worried for a minute there.
No, that was the old live cam.
I thought you were talking about your ice cream that you've got there.
Yeah, got us mixed up. No, it was. I think it was you and your
roll.
Right, brilliant.
Yes.
So there we go. I mean, so I see we stopped EnderOllie from doing our housework, so you can crack on with that in a bit.
Yeah,
we're just talking dribble, really. You haven't.
We are now. So if you are watching this back, I do apologise. But maybe join us next time live if you can.
Yeah, I mean, even though we've no idea what we're going to do, but we're trying to sort of get some structure.
Topical. I like the fact that it's I'm glad it's topical because I would like to talk about stuff that are in the last couple of that's happened in the last couple of days, and that's what we've sort of done. But again,
we started off doing that
last minute. All right, was a last minute.
So if it does end up being Kyrgios in the final, who do you think he's going to meet? Will it be?
It'll be Djokovic. Yeah, I think Djokovic could be too powerful for Norrie. Norrie's good. His heart's in the right place. He's fit. He'll do well. English. He's English. He'll have the whole crowd behind him. But that's as far as it goes, really. I think Djokovic will have too much for him. He's too strong.
So then Djokovic and Kyrgios, what do you reckon the outcome of that will be?
I think Kyrgios was going to try and upset Djokovic in every way possible with underarm serves and
gamesmanship.
I think he'll play up to the
ref.
Around. He'll challenge when you shouldn't really challenge. It will just try and wind Djokovic up because I think playing against each other, Djokovic will be too strong. The only way he can sort of do it is if he can mentally get into Djokovic, because we've seen him have tantrums on the pitch, on the court. So maybe.
Okay.
Right.
Well, so the final will be Sunday for the men's. So if you do tune into it, I reckon it will be. Will it be a 3-setter, 5-setter? I mean, they're both pretty. You know, if it does end up being a bit.
3-1, I reckon Djokovic.
3-1 Djokovic.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll come back and let you know what the score is if you don't manage to watch it. But yeah, there you go. Us two idiots talking a load of rubbish on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. Right,
song of the week, song of the fortnight.
You're gonna go song of the fortnight.
Yeah.
All right, and then I've got to go.
All right.
You can stay live if you want. I can just leave it on. I'll just go on mute. You can sit here and
I don't even talk to myself. Well, yeah.
Song of the fortnight, yeah, difficult one.
Yep.
That. It's not Arijit Singh, unfortunately.
No, that didn't go as planned. That one.
I don't know, actually. You've put me on the spotlight because we normally sort of look through what we've done. Because
what we've done, yeah.
The problem is we've recorded stuff this week that I know is coming out next week, so I've got to be careful and try and remember what actually came out this week. We recorded like 2 weeks ago, so
yep,
it's forgetting. You do yours then.
Okay. Well, I was going to pick. I think I was going to go with our spotlight artist. So we released one last week, didn't we? The first, or this week, Amira Villigargan and her Sound of Music, and I thought that took us both by surprise, didn't it? That we weren't sort of that previous to that we would never have sort of again watched anything by a young opera singer, and now all of a sudden it's sort of something we quite look forward to doing on the channel. So our viewers completely 180'd on that. So that would have been my my song of the fortnight.
No, that's a good one. I mean, Martin's been blocked indefinitely now, so unfortunately, we brought out Martin Reaction. That's been blocked, which is a bit of a pain. For me, I mean, I've disappeared again. Come back. Angelina has got to be, Suspicious Minds. Was it Suspicious Minds?
Yeah. You like that one?
Yeah. It was a great cover. I think the more I've listened to it a couple of times since, and it's brilliant. It really is. Her voice is just spot on now, isn't it? I mean, she's the more she grows up, and the more her performance just gets more fine tuned, and just super talented. Really is super talented. But enjoyed Bill Burr this week.
That was fun.
It's a good bit of fun. Bit
of comedy there.
Rush. Yeah. There's so many that I would never have even mentioned before. That we've done. We've got some good ones coming out actually next week. So we haven't done Morissette for a while, so she's coming out next week.
Good one for her. Yeah.
Oh, seriously, you've got to watch that one.
Yeah,
absolute amazing.
I mean, the song she does. By the one that we have done a reaction to it, so the song that she's doing we thought was brilliant when we saw that version, Morissette's version. Yes. We're like blown away. So
different scale,
Yeah, different gravies. What did I miss? Oh, still the BP's just blabbling. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we'll go now, H&B, so you can go and have another coffee break because you've missed nothing.
No, you just missed us two idiots.
Break.
Yeah. But we should do it. We'll do it again because obviously it's nice to see people joining in and saying hello to everyone, and I haven't got COVID anymore. Yes, tested this morning, and I was clear. So, not that BP2 gives a damn, but it was clear this morning for the first time since not this Tuesday, but Tuesday before. So 10 days. Happy days. Right, I've got to go because I've got to go and pick my daughter up. And I can't say I'm late because I'm live on YouTube. That would just be wrong.
I've noted down K Barbie's May Tree is worth a listen, so we'll do that. We'll find something and hopefully get that out soon. So thanks for joining. Thank
you everybody for coming along. And if you watch this back, you know what to look for next time. Vordaruna is coming out a bit later on today. Check it out if you fancy it. If not, we'll be back tomorrow as normal with another reaction. But lovely to see you all. Bye.
Nice
see you here. Great to see you guys. Cheers, Hardtack Beans, all of you. Thank you very much for joining, and until tomorrow,
it's a goodbye from
do it.
It's a goodbye
from me,
and it's a goodbye from me. Later.